Hello everyone, welcome back to It Moves. This is part 6, and we're continuing where we left off. It's been a while since I played this game, mind you, but we're swimming with the fishes. I wasn't thrown in here by an Italian or angry Italian-American gangster. I just came here apparently of my own free will because of a nightmare. This kid doesn't enjoy having nightmares, honestly, but he's having constant nightmares, and I'm trying to make sense of all this horse shit. Like, I don't know why this kid is dreaming these dreams. It's apparently all blamed on his bedroom. But we're going to figure out what happens and what he's going to do about it as I go through these Donkey Kong-inspired tunnels in alien tech? I don't know. Like, this game is really very... Like, there's a dead body right there, just floating down. Why? And this is like an alien fish to my left. I don't know what the fuck that is. It's just... It's there. It's alien. It's meant to creep you out. Water drain, yes. Oh, I have diving gear on, apparently. At least that means I couldn't drown. I mean, if it's a nightmare, I'm wearing a diving suit. There's not as much to be scared about, even though I'm wearing like some kind of school uniform for some reason. I don't fucking know. This game is weird. Stop looking at me like that. Who's that now? Why is there squids everywhere? Or fucking jellyfish, I mean. Okay, what is this? Sure, read the logbook. Okay, one of the biggest fears is deep water. Ironic, when you consider the fact that I am now working on a mining station. Thousands of feet underwater. Fear... Okay, I'm just gonna read the fears, apparently. Let's see. The true fear presented here is actually going down beneath the surface into the depths. It's a combination of all the most common fears. The fear of the dark. Fear of suffocating. Fear of the unknown. Fear of flying insects. Why? I'm not afraid of flying insects. I mean, have you seen people afraid of fucking ladybugs? Not me. Fear of being caught. Being caught. Some people get turned on about being caught. I mean, to each their own. And then some kind of tentacle thing. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good to know. Going on. I don't know what's down there. Some kind of ventilation duct with a white smoke. Let's just go where that scientist went. Like, it has been a while since I played this game. The fuck is that on the bottom right? You know, that is one thing I do not like. It is the deep dark of the ocean. What is going on? Wait. How does that make any sense? I'm crossing a bridge. I'm walking on a bridge, and I jumped into the water? And I'm falling into a hole? What? And like, part of my childhood, in N64 days and all the older games, you had to play games like Super Mario 64 with that fucking... Wait, Super Mario 64? Yeah. Where you had to play with that water level with that fucking eel. Or Banjo-Kazooie and the Metal Shark. There's always those situations where playing underwater games are creepy as fuck. It's probably the same for me, but... More so the forest. I hate forests. I've woken up already. The other game that scared the shit out of me? Fucking Echo the Dolphin. Fuck you, Echo the Dolphin. Fucking hated that game. What if I was asleep? It hadn't so much as breathed since I had woken up. Perhaps it was resting, believing that it had finally got me. That it was finally in its grasp. Or perhaps it was toying with me after all it had been doing just that for countless nights. And now with me under it, pinned against my mattress, with no mother to protect me, maybe it was holding off. Savoring its victory until the last possible moment, like a wild animal savoring its prey. I tried to breathe as shallowly as possible and mustering every ounce of courage I could. I reached over slowly with my right hand and began to peel the blanket off of me. What I found under those covers almost stopped my heart. I did not see it, but as my hand moved the blanket, it brushed against something. Something smooth and cold, something which felt unmistakably like a gaunt hand. I held my breath in terror as I was sure it must have now known that I was awake. Nothing. It did not stir, it felt dead. After a few moments, I placed my hand carefully further down the blanket and felt a thin, poorly formed forearm. My coincidence and almost twisted sense of curiosity grew as I moved down further to a disproportionately larger bicep muscle. The arm was outstretched, lying across my chest, with a hand resting on my feet. Resting on my left shoulder, as if it had grabbed me in my sleep. Is this some kind of really cuddly dead person? I realized that I would have to move this cadaverous appendage if I even so much as hoped to escape its grasp. For some reason, the feeling of torn, ragged clothing on the shoulder of this nighttime invader stopped me in my tracks. Fear once again swelled in my stomach and my chest as I recoiled my hand in disgust at the touch of straggled, oily hair. I could not bring myself to touch its face, although I wonder to this very day what it would have felt like. Oh dear God, it moved. What would it feel like? Maybe leathery... I don't know. Hostia! Okie dokie. Chapter 7. We're going to Chapter 7. What is it going to bring us? Yes. I don't think I used enough time to warrant doing a new episode. I'm going to see if this episode is a very short one, so we'll just continue here. Because usually I do, like, every chapter is a new episode, but I don't think that was even, like, 6 minutes long for the chapter... The fuck? The fuck is this? It's like those kind of games, I don't even know what the genre is called in horror, but everything's like fleshy, metallic. It's almost like the book or the video game, I Must Scream, but I Have No Mouth, or something like that. This game, this area, the fuck? This area reminds me completely of that style of disgusting horror. There's other games like that. The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. Why is death an enemy? I shall ask you that. Isn't death our friend? I mean, think of it like emo vampires who are always very pessimistic and just want to die, but they can't. Usually they're like, death is my friend, but he's very... What? But he's very mean to these immortal people. The fuck is all this? What is this? What is any of this? Like, what am I doing here? Like, dreams don't need to have an actual objective for you to understand. You have to make a hypothetical objective in order to actually... In order to understand what the fuck you're dealing with. What is this? At a crossroads in life, what does one do? Stand at the crossroads if you will, but if you'll not choose, I'll move on without you. And having once chosen, never to seek to return to the crossroads of that decision, for even if one chooses wrongly, the choice cannot be unmade. Oh, okay. Oh, hey, a crossroad. Can I go back? Okay, I can go backwards, so he said I couldn't unmake it. What's up here? Oh, hello. Down here? Apparently not. Okay, we're making wrong decisions. This way. Wrong decision again, apparently. Okay. Okay. Don't need to listen to them anymore. I do not know what I'm doing. Okay, where am I now? Hello? Why? What is this? What is this over here? But that wasn't cool. This guy's playing music with his tentacle finger things. I don't know, but let's just get out of here. What? Like, this, it looks like it's like an antenna right here. Can I can't leave. Okay, apparently I was eaten or something. It's hard to monologue or make commentary on a game like this. It moved. It was subtle, but its grip on my shoulder and across my body strengthened. No tears came, but God, how I wanted to cry. As its hand and arm slowly coiled around me, my left leg brushed along the cool wall which the lid lay against. Of all that happened to me in that room, this was the strangest. Hello! I realize there's this clutching, rancid thing which drew great delight from violating a young boy's bed. Is that Michael Jackson? Maybe that's why I heard Michael Jackson's noise in like the last episode. Alrighty then. It was not entirely on top of me. It was sticking out from the wall like a spider striking from its lair. Suddenly, its grip moved from a slow tightening to a sudden squeeze. It pulled and clawed at my clothes as if frightened that the opportunity would soon pass. I fought against it, but it's emaciated? I for some reason I'm having trouble with this word now. Emaciated or emaciated? Emaciated sounds better. Arm was too strong for me. Its head rose up, writhing and contorting under the blanket. I now realized where it was taking me, into the wall. Oh no, not the wall. The spiders are in the wall. Ew. I fought for my dear life. I cried, and suddenly my voice returned to me, yelling, screaming, but no one came. Then I realized why it was so eager to suddenly strike. Why this thing had to have me now. Through my window, that window which seemed to represent so much malice from outside, streaked hope, the first rays of sunshine. I struggled further, knowing that if I could just hold on, it would be gone. As I fought for my life, the unearthly parasite shifted, slowly pulling itself upon my chest, its head now poking out from under the blanket, wheezing, coughing, rasping. I do not remember its features, I simply remember its breath against my face, foul and as cold as ice. The sun broke over the horizon. That dark place, that suffocated room of contempt was washed, bathed in sunlight. I passed out, as its scrawny fingers encircled my neck, squeezing the very life from me. I guess the kid wasn't into, auto-asphyxiation, maybe? Is it auto-asphyxiation? It wouldn't be self, because he's not doing it to himself. Wouldn't it say in the for auto? I'd have to look up the definition. I woke to my father offering to make me some breakfast. Woo! A wonderful sight indeed. I had survived the most horrible experience of my life until then and now. I moved the bed away from the wall, leaving behind the furniture I had believed would stop that thing from taking a bed. Little did I think that it would try to take mine and me. Weeks passed without incident, and yet, on one cold, frostbitten night, I awoke to the sound of the furniture where the bunk beds used to be, vibrating violently. It was my mother's vibrator. I lay there, sure I could hear a distant wheezing coming from deep within the wall, finally fading into the distance. The following year, I was given a larger room on the other side of the house. My parents took that room as their own bedroom. They said they didn't need a large room, just for one big enough for a bed and a few things. They lasted 10 days. We moved on the 11th. Ooh. So the parents, it was just simply the room that was evil, or that wall. Because apparently the parents could even... Oh, because even the parents apparently could get haunted by whatever was haunting this child. So why am I lingering here other than getting another nightmare to die while looking at the credits? Alright, I'm just gonna think that's the end of it. Nope, the end. Alright, that was the end of It Moves, apparently. Alright, so, an interesting game, a little strange. I don't know what the point of the story was. I guess I'd have to maybe read the official novel, or that story that was made to actually understand, because it's just, the kid was in a haunted room, he hated it, the parents moved into it, it still was haunted, they moved out. So, I don't get the overall story or the point, personally. I just see it's a haunted room. Nightmares happen when you're in the room, so we moved away from the building. What happened? Did the building get, destroyed? What happened? It doesn't feel like there's a complete ending, you know what I mean? I don't know. This just might be me, but either way, I hope you've enjoyed this series, and if you have, please leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe would be great. And beyond all that, I hope you've enjoyed, and until the next episode. Daughter, why do you torment me? Daughter? I'm going to... Oh. I don't... Oh, No. Shit. Undo it! Move!